So apparently I'm in the town area, whatever you want to call it, home site of Dingle. And I just saw a sign that apparently the big thing in Dingle is they're famous for. They have a state swamp. You can go see Dingle Swamp while you're out this way. So Bear River and Dingle Swamp. Dingle, everybody. Hey everybody, it is a beautiful Saturday morning. I am currently in the big town of Plymouth, Utah. We came out here yesterday for Formula D round 4. We got 3rd place in the event and 3rd place overall for the year, which means we earned our Pro 1 license. So good weekend so far. One of my goals is to be in all 50 states, so I can go Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, just to make a little loop, knock 3 off my list. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to get off the beaten path a little bit. I'm here in the big town of Plymouth, Utah, like I said. I found a mountain road that goes up and over the mountains. As you can see, there's mountains over there. And then it goes back down into another little town. Then you go up around a lake and it goes into Idaho, and you go around the lake and it comes back down into Montana and comes back, and I'll just shoot back down this way. So it's a 3 or 4 hour trip. But this is not as exciting as the trip to Area 51 in the Corvette, because I'm driving a Sentra, and no, I did not plan this to wear my Nissan shirt. So let's get on the road. I do have my outside mount for the GoPro that I may attach a camera to as we get up in the mountains, but let's head down the highway. This road is actually called like Mountain Pass whatever. It's West 20800 North. That is what is called Gunsight Peak right there. This road is not maintained or open during the winter. As you can tell, it's a little rough, a little dusty. So we'll find out where it goes. According to this, it goes up here and cuts through there or over there or something, or around there somehow. But it's just, if you look on GPS, it's this little 1-lane little itty bitty road. So let's see where it goes and how rough this road is. This is pretty crazy. The road rolls with the hills and you can't see what's ahead of you. So literally there's signs that says keep right, blind ahead, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And there's points where you literally will pass people and you can't see them. So if you ride in the middle, you're going to hit somebody head on or slightly off center. So definitely stay on your side of the road even though it's unlined. Just got to wave at everybody too. Just give them the... All right, so now this is where it's going to get fun, because now, as you can tell, this is all farmland too, grazing land for cattle. Look at them cows. This is where it's going to get fun. Oh, he's out there giving them water. This is where it goes up the hill, through the mountain, whatever. I think the town on the other side is Clarkston. It obviously would be quicker to go the highway, but where's the fun in that, right? Cow guard. If you don't know what those are for, those are there to keep cows from crossing. Cows will not cross those because their legs will go in them and they will get like hurt or whatever, so they don't cross them. So winter maintenance, no winter maintenance, use at your own risk. So here we go. Cows. Moose. A big mood. Got him. All right. Ooh. Oh, heck yeah. Dude, I got sick. Trying to keep my door from locking, so closing, so I don't get locked out. But as you can see, there's mountains over there, nice valley. Get the mountains there, mountains over there. This is a nice little drive just for the day. No, I would not want to try and drive this in the winter. This would be rough because there's no way they couldn't scrape this with the cow catchers, cow guards, whatever they are. Also, I don't think shorts were the move today, even though it's like 65 degrees. So we made it through the mountain pass. It was actually a pretty fun little drive. It wasn't as like mountainous or as steep as I thought it was going to be. We are now in the I don't know if you called it town or an establishment or a little wide spot in the road of Clarkston, and we'll show you something kind of unique, maybe a little weird here in the town. Apparently this is what the town is known for. So this is what the area of Clarkston is known for. What this is Martin Harris's gravesite. And if you don't know who Martin Harris is, don't be surprised. I had to look it up because there was a big sign that says Martin Harris grave, and I looked it up, and it was actually pretty cool who this guy is. This guy is what is commonly referred to as an apostle in the Mormon religion, the Church of Latter-day Saints. He financially backed the first printing of the Book of Mormon. He also was one of the witnesses that saw the golden tablets that the Book of Mormon was written from. So, Joseph Smith, he saw Joseph Smith, the tablets he found. So this is a pretty big deal for the Book of Mormon, or the Church of Mormon. It's something random that I just stumbled upon today, but this is actually a National Historic Site. It's on the National Register, so it's pretty cool. So if you come down the mountain pass like I just did, come down, hook a left, then hook another one. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back on the road and we're gonna head to Idaho. So I cannot reiterate how just, you know, I'm used to Kentucky where it's hilly and blah blah and very green and very lush, very foresty. This is a whole different ballgame. This is not like, Curtis called this the desert, but to me this is not the desert. This is like the plains. I am not used to, back home, you know, like say you went to Ohio and it was this flat like over there, or Indiana, there would not be mountains in the distance. This extreme contrast here is what's really just dumbfounded me. I am really impressed with Utah so far, and I've been here like 3 days. But it's just, this is just absolutely like breathtaking scenery and everything. I definitely want to come back out here, like Wyoming and Montana, and spend some time out here and travel and see all of the national parks and stuff. But man, this is just like, and it just goes and goes and goes. I understand why everybody would want to live out here now. Like, this is great. So like I said, I'm here in Idaho. I went to the Polling Dynamite house. But look at this baby. Oh, hi baby. Oh goodness. Oh, look at all these cows. God, I want to get out and pet all of them. Goodness. Look at how fuzzy. Oh goodness. Yeah. All this land out here, I don't know. I don't understand this. Like, I just don't. Hi, baby. I don't understand, because like there's all this land out here. Also, puppies. There's all this land. Why are those cows chained up? Is there some reason? Like, all the other cows are like here and getting fed, and there's cows up here in a field, and there's a field there, and I just don't understand why those babies are chained up in those little houses. I don't understand it. There's somebody that knows more about dairy than me could probably explain it to me, but I just don't understand why those poor babies are chained up like that. So we are off the paved road again. I'm taking a little detour up here. This is oh good Lord. Oh, entering wheeled motorized restriction area, only use roads and trails shown on official map. Okay, so we've got our Jeepus going. We're actually entering the national forest here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over right here and get out and water a tree. And I'm going to jump out and water a tree real quick. And yeah, but we're going to a place called the Paris Ice Cave. I don't know what it is. It was a thing on the map, like a destination, so we're gonna go there and see what it is.
Right onto East 2800 Southeast
and
Cup River
then
Road.
We will head on over to Montpelier, I think is the town I'm going to, and that will head us over to Cookeville, which will be Wyoming, and then we will head back to Salt Lake City, Utah. Something I would like to point out about the route I'm taking, I just noticed. There's nothing on this road, so make sure you get gas, food, whatever. If you have to get out and water a tree, you're just going to have to get out and water a tree. Also, there's like very rutted road in places. Oh, apparently there's people. But anyways, 40 minutes to go 13 miles. Yeah. More cows. Feral cows. Watch out, they may bite. So there are campgrounds out here, like primitive campgrounds. There's people riding side-by-sides and stuff. But it is just absolutely gorgeous here. This is the way to go. This is like a little cross-country cut. Like I said, I think it goes to Montpelier. It said it was literally like 20 minutes longer to go this way, but I'm gonna make a couple of stops, and then it's only like an hour and a half back to Salt Lake City, so I'm still okay time-wise because it's noon. You know, I left at 7 this morning. Ate at the Black Bear Grill, which was really, really good, by the way. Stopped and got some drinks. I've made a detour to Napoleon Dynamite's house, but there's also a really nice stream over there. There was people fly fishing in it earlier, but also I got out and used a tree earlier, and there's a latrine. Dang it. But yes, I recommend coming out this way. Oh no, we got feral cows running, mooing, big mood. Get it? Mood, M-O-O-E-D, mood, as in mood in the past tense. Come on, little fella. Fuzzy buddy. Can I touch you? Huh? Will you let me touch you? No. No, can't touch the cows. It's weird they're just in the national forest grazing. Like, also, like, it makes you wonder, the farm that owns those, like, how do they have GPS trackers in their ears or what? Like, you know, if a cow wanders off, how long do you look for it before you give up? Well, I've hit a snag. I don't have any GPS signal, and the road has gone from gravel to just dirt with large rocks in it. So I don't know if my little sensor will make it or not. I also saw a sign earlier, it says do not trust GPS directions. So I think I'm gonna go back and maybe find a different route. This was a nice little adventure, and I got off the beaten path a little bit, but at some point you've got to kind of make a educated decision. I would love to keep going, but I don't think it's the best idea. Okay, so I've seen some weird stuff. I'm back on the paved road. I drove by this earlier and saw part of it, but didn't realize that if you look, there's fence posts here. There's a shoe. There's a shoe. There's a shoe. There's a purse. There's a shoe. There's a shoe. There's a shoe. Why are there shoes on fence posts? I don't. The one that caught my attention was right there. There's like a basketball shoe, a big one. Where was it? Right there. Look at that guy. That's like a brand new shoe too. Like this. I don't. No sir, I don't get it. There's a cleat. There's more shoes. Just shoes. Just on and on. Flip-flop shoes. I don't get it. Also, I'd like to point out that there's a sign here. I went on that way. You'll see where I turned around. That was 5 miles from here. Past there is Willow Flat, which is 6 miles. But it's rough road past Whole Valley. Like, bad. Like I was passing side-by-sides. So, little Sentra's not gonna make it. No, like a mile past there, it turns back into pavement or something. I got back out on the highway, or got back out on the paved road, the highway compared to what I was on. And this is Idaho Route 36. It basically is on the other side of the mountains from where I was at. It's basically the exact same views, but I'm in the national forest. Haven't seen any feral cows, but it does say wild game crossing, and there's a lot of four-wheeler trails. Nothing else here though. I'm okay on gas. I'm almost out of water. I need to water another tree. I wish one of these pull-offs had a latrine. Also, I don't know what these poles are. I saw a sign back there that said this was a chain up area, or that was a Nordic ski area back there. Also that snowmobiles were allowed on the road for the next 10 miles. So I don't know if these poles that you see on both sides of the road, like that one and that one, are to keep the snowmobiles, when it's obviously covered in snow, they couldn't see the road. So my guess is that's to keep them aligned on the road so they don't like drive over there and drive over the hill and, you know, roll the snowmobile, but it would keep them here centered on the road. So it's like a navigation marker, like on the banks of a river, but, you know, the road and snowmobile. That's my guess. Like I said, if you live here in Idaho or Wyoming and know what this stuff is, drop it in the comments. But that's my guess, is it's for the snowmobiles or off-road vehicles in the snow to keep them on the trail. I got out and put the GoPro, I don't know if you can see it or not, on the window. Also, like to point out, I just passed the Boy Scout reservation. So, something I have not done since I was 18 is Boy Scout function. I would like to get involved again. But I'm going to cut some of that film over there to show you all what these roads are like. Also, it's still just gorgeous out here. Just rolling mountains and hills. Also, I do believe that is a rainstorm. So, apparently, I am in the historic town of Paris, Idaho. Not a whole lot going on in Paris, Idaho, but up here we go back into the town of Ovid, and I'm going to shoot some video here of Ovid, and I hope I can. There's quite a little bit of traffic on this road because I think this is like the only road that goes between the cities. That, as you saw from my road earlier, is paved. So it makes sense for people like hauling stuff. Ooh, old Dodge. But that is the historic, right up here is the historic Paris Tabernacle. And it doesn't look like it's been open in a long time. But yeah, there's nothing here but like, it looks very swampy out that way, like lots of reeds and cattails, but it's just, once again, it's just farmland. And what else is weird here in Idaho, I've noticed, is that they, as you can see right there, if you can see that, they stack their hay like way up, just stack it out in the middle of the field. There's no barn, there's no nothing. But here we are. We are in Ovid. Apparently in 1,500 feet there's a historic site. I don't know what it is. But this is Ovid, the town of Ovid. And there's this building here. I'm gonna pull over. I bet this is the historic site. But you'd think there would be like a marker or something. But I don't know what this is. I'm not 100% sure. It appears to be an old church, if I had to guess, due to the way it is shaped and things. I'm trying to look on the map and see if the map tells me exactly what this is. Okay, so the historical site is on down the road. We'll get out here and I'll just look around for a minute and see what's going on here in Ovid. Oh, that is the old Ovid Public School. Ping Pong Railway, bridge crossings, Ovid Town Site. Oh, that's the old Ovid Chapel. Yep, right over there. And then, according to this, apparently this was a big immigration route because apparently it's so flat and it's between the mountains. Probably the reason this paved road is here today. Yeah, this is just a little weird wide spot in the road. And there's abandoned houses and like the school, the Ovid school, it appears that somebody lives in there now. So, it'd be a pretty crazy house to live in. Where do you live at? Oh, I live in Ovid School. Oh, okay. But we're going to get back on the road to Montpelier. So apparently I'm in the town area, whatever you want to call it, home site of Dingle. And I just saw a sign that apparently the big thing in Dingle is they're famous for. They have a state swamp. You can go see Dingle Swamp while you're out this way. So Bear River and Dingle Swamp. Dingle, everybody. So now I'm in Montpelier, or however you say it. Montpelier, however you want to say it. Montpelier is how I would say it, but I don't know. The further I go and get closer to Wyoming, the more like, I don't want to say rural, more rustic it gets, and it's in no way, shape, or a thing. You know, I'm from Kentucky and I spent a lot of time in West Virginia too, so I'm used to rural. It's just that's all there is here. I have yet to run into like a big town. I guess the area I'm in, there's the hospital, by the way. We'll drive over there and show you the hospital. It's just like there's no big city here. I'm sure that there are big cities here. The area I'm in, there's no, I'm used to, you know, you would run into Ashland and then Greenup and then Ironton and Huntington, you know, and it's just not that way here. It's just little, over and over, little. But I'm gonna drive around Montpelier. Here's the hospital. That's the whole hospital. So, tell you how small this place is. This is the one thing in this town I wanted to stop and see. I know that this will not, I see stuff like this and I'm like, yes, oh my God. But a lot of people will be like, what is wrong with him? Okay, listen, this is an old abandoned hotel. Tell you how long it's been abandoned. They have a surge machine out front. Oh my God. That makes me so happy. Hold on, I gotta take a picture. Because surge is like my favorite thing. And no, it doesn't work. I can tell by the way it looks, it does not work. But yeah. So, Montpelier is not a very happening place. So, but like I said, it's a small little town. No slight or disrespect to it. I'm used to this. It's just all I've run into is little town. There's never, I haven't seen a Walmart or a Target or like a Meijer or a Kroger in miles. I mean, not in miles, but in like hours. So Apparently Dan's Delicious Drive-In, I don't know if it's open or not, but I am going to stop and get something to eat somewhere. Oh, Dan's Delicious Drive-In is open, so it may be delicious. Also, I keep seeing Amon Bundy for governor signs, and I think that was that guy that like took over the, there's the movie theater and the Butch Cassidy Museum, Sports Bar and Lounge. There's a Miracle-Ear here, but Amon was one of those guys that I think took over the thing out here, like was in a big standoff with the government or something crazy. TJ's Appliances. Also up here there was a Butch Cassidy beer cave. So I guess he must have stayed here because there's Butch Cassidy stuff everywhere. Definitely a lot of abandoned stuff here. So apparently Montpelier has started to dry up. So probably get out here pretty cheap. But like I said, I don't know what you would do for work out here. Probably work on a farm or something. I don't know. But I'm going to try and get off of here and find something to eat in Montpelier. So I stopped at apparently this local chain. I've seen 3 or 4 of them called the Arctic Circle. It's kind of like a Culver's or a Dairy Queen. I have this thing called a Blue Goo. And it's like an ice cream swirl, but instead of, it's like vanilla with cotton candy swirl. So now we're gonna get back on the road while I try and eat my Blue Goo and not die. I reckon die. This is on the way from Montpelier. I've got another battery. So good Lord, whoa, moving. Some of the most beautiful country I've ever seen. There's a guy in a trailer coming, so we're trying to jump out ahead of him. I just stopped to pull the camera off the car. It's 58 degrees.
Sharp left onto US 89
Shh,
south.
stop. But I'm in, what is the name of this town, this little area? It's actually labeled on the map, and it has signs, but there is nothing here. I'm gonna show you all how little is in this little area. It just blew my mind that this is even on a map. Of course, there's traffic, of course. But we're getting ready to be in Wyoming. Like the Wyoming state line's like a mile or two that way. But this is, what was the name of this little area? There's a sign. But what's crazy is there is like, there's an abandoned, newer looking garage and stuff, but Geneva, oh, sorry. But this place is very clearly abandoned. I think that dish out front looks new, but all the windows are busted out. And there's an old car there. Yes, it very clearly looks abandoned to me. But right here, everything has collapsed. And there's like an old truck and an old farm tractor, like a 6-wheel tractor back there, and all kinds of equipment back in there, and it's all just abandoned. There's an old propane tank. Everything is just abandoned, you know, and there's like a house there, a house there, and a house there, and that's it. That's the only thing in this little area, and it's on the map, it's on my GPS, it's everywhere. But I'm gonna drive right here and then turn around. But it's crazy. It still blows my mind that there's like abandoned stuff like this. Just people just, I guess, my guess is what happens is somebody lives here and they get elderly and then they die, and either they don't have any family or the family doesn't want it, or it gets tied up in litigation. Who's going to get the farm, you know, blah, blah. Who gets the money? Who gets the farm? Who gets mom's family Bible? You know, who gets the family Bible? That was the old joke. But yeah, this place is abandoned. I'm gonna take a picture of this car and send it to Steve, because Steve will know what kind of car this is. Oh, there's like more than, there's a truck, a car. I say there's all kinds of stuff here, but I don't want, just in case somebody does live here, but I hope not. That's 3 states in one day, everybody. That's 3 new states. Welcome to Wyoming. Woo! If I had a gun, I'd be shooting it in the air. What I need is the big giant foam cowboy hat. That's what I need. But I've added 3 states to my list. Life goal of mine is to be in all 50 states. These are some of the prettiest ones I've been in yet. Here, and I like New Mexico, and I really liked Death Valley. I like Nevada. I like the whole kind of, I like home because home is very green and very, I feel like home looks very welcoming. This looks welcoming too to me, but in a different way. Like I like this because this is open, but back home everything is like that. It's green and lush and alive. Here everything kind of has more of a calm. Like you can tell it's alive, but it's just calm. And like it's quiet. Like the only thing I hear is the flapping of that flag. I really like it here. But we're in Wyoming. So I've stopped in Cokeville on the way back to Salt Lake City. Cokeville, Wyoming. The Flying J. First gas station or anything I've seen in a long time. I'm gonna fill up. It is $4.45 a gallon for 85 octane. Not 87, 85. That's weird. So I'm gonna say something, and I'm not 100% sure this is accurate, but I've been in Wyoming now for about 30 minutes or so, and I have yet to see a speed limit sign. And everybody on this road, including truckers, I just had to do 85 to pass a trucker. I do believe this may be one of those no posted speed limit roads that I'm on. So, okay, so this is kind of weird. There's a little pull-off area here, like a little rest stop area. You can get out and stretch your legs. It's a big old pile of dirt. Like, And also there's a cave over there in that hill. You can't see it really well, but I just wanted to pull over and it's a big old pile of dirt. Also, the rental car company's gonna love me when I turn this thing back in. They're gonna be like, where have you been? It smells like cow manure. Oh God. But I will say one thing about Wyoming, it is a little bit, I don't want to say flatter, it's just not as mountainous. It's more hills, like rolling, not like, they're big hills, but they still have gentle rolls to them. It's where Idaho was more like jagged, rocky, mountain type stuff. This is more like gentle stuff. So it's still really pretty. You can see forever. This would be a great place for a zombie apocalypse because you can be like, oh, it's coming. Be here in like 3 or 4 days. But also I finally saw a speed limit sign. Dang a lot. Well, I found a local drag strip. Hypoxia or whatever drag strip. Just have it. That'd be perfect out here because it's flat and straight. Oh, there's a box in the road. Box. See how close I can get it. Missed it. But just random drag strip, huh? So I am now in the town of Evanston, Wyoming, heading back towards Salt Lake City. Kind of the tail end of my adventure for the day. I'm gonna try to be back by about 6. We've got a mixer tonight for the Prospect guys. They would like us there since we come in 3rd in the series. So we'll try and get back by 6. So I'll take a quick shower and then change clothes and head to the event. But I stopped here at the Sinclair. And what's crazy is I found this old mill family dining restaurant, and it is very clearly abandoned. And also, I think that hotel is abandoned too. It looks like everything here is just abandoned. I like abandoned stuff if y'all can't tell. What's weird is there's like a basketball goal and cars back here, but it makes you wonder. The Painted Lady Saloon. Huh. Yeah, the hotel does definitely not look very open. It's weird that a lot of these towns, it seems like they've dried up recently. You know, this may have been within the last 5 or 6 years, but some of these towns seem like they were pretty touristy, popping, you know what I mean? Happening places. Here's another abandoned building, but now there's nothing. A lot of these places just seem like they're drying up and going away. I don't know if people just aren't. I know now with the recession and everything, times are a little tough, but you know, did people just quit traveling out west, going other places? Like, what happened? So I'm on the interstate back to Salt Lake City after my day adventure. This is a little bit different than what I've seen yet today with the orange. But this was a fun trip. I highly recommend it. It's an easy trip. You can do it all highway. You can go some back ways, whichever way you want to do it. It's up to you, but I recommend you this trip. You can fly to Salt Lake City on Frontier, Spirit, whatever, Allegiant. Get a rental car, just straight up to Idaho, over to Montana, back down, back to Salt Lake. Just make you a little loop. You can see all this stuff. It's great, and it's very, very peaceful. So I highly recommend it.